The 27-year-old has been off social media as well, only once in a while popping up on her mom's page, as well as her other Roloff family members' accounts. Molly, the only daughter of exes Amy and Matt Roloff, left LPBV and has worked to keep a relatively private life as she focused on college, her career as an accountant, and her marriage to her husband Joel Silvius. Hello viewers, welcome back to my channel. For Roloff family latest news update, please subscribe to the channel and press the bell icon. Amy shared that she and her fiancé Chris, who are getting ready for their wedding next month, went to visit her daughter Molly for a little bit over the weekend, happy they all got to catch up. In the first snap, the mother-daughter duo smiled broadly for the camera while enjoying a nice sunny day out on a grassy field. Other photos featured more of Amy, Molly, Chris, and others having fun in the audience of an outdoor concert. Amy wrote alongside the carousel of family photos, "This was an awesome 3-day road trip, Chris, to Spokane and Coeur d'Alene. I love this man and so happy we enjoy taking these kinds of trips together. There's definitely more to come. Had a great time seeing my daughter Molly and Joel. He was finishing up his MBA, saw Macy Guard Band play amazing music in CDA, and met up with friends Lisa and Art Fletcher who were there too." The Roloff family matriarch continued with wedding planning going on. "This was a great short trip we needed. Wonderful time. Love you, babe." Amy and fiancé Chris have been deep into wedding planning, with the affair coming up in just weeks. During Tuesday's episode of LPBV, stress took over and engaged couple bickered over who will be invited. As Amy, 56, and Chris sat down to send the invites to their wedding, the couple disagreed over how many people the bride planned to invite. The pair continued to disagree as Chris insisted they give their guests 2 wedding favors. However, Amy argued that the guests should only receive painted rocks that are sentimental to her and Chris. As the scene was airing, Little People, Big World fans took to Twitter to slam Amy for being controlling over the planning. While the reality star and her man are set to tie the knot on her ex Matt's famous pumpkin farm in Hillsboro, Oregon, it appears her husband will not be attending the wedding. On July 8, Amy went on Instagram Live with her pal Lisa Dixon, and she shared some head-turning news when it comes to her August 28 nuptials. It kicked off when one fan asked the Little People, Big World star, "Will Matt and Karen be at the wedding?" Amy replied, No, just too much history, and I wouldn't want my ex at the wedding with his longtime girlfriend." The TV star took to Instagram to discuss her heartbreak after failing to fall pregnant after snubbing her sister-in-law's baby news last week. Tori, 30, wrote to fans about how hard it had been after discovering she would have to wait another month after failing to conceive. Alongside a snap of a negative pregnancy test, the Little People, Big World star told fans she was struggling to fall pregnant with a 3rd child. "Today's hard. I'm not usually a downer, but today's hard," Tori said ahead of the latest episode of the reality show, which tells her pregnancy woes. She continued, "I found out today. It'll be another month of waiting. Another month of praying. Another month of telling friends and family, not yet. I really thought I would pregnant again by now. So many people told me after a loss it usually happens so fast. That's not our reality." Tori added that she was trying to stay positive by praying and being fully dependent on God, that they would be able to add to their family. She concluded, "I wanted to say thank you to every single one of you who have shared your stories with me. To all those mamas past, present, and future, love you." Audrey, 29, told her follow line, "We're about to be a family of 5. Our little tiebreaker is coming this November." In the video, her husband and Zach's brother, Jeremy, 31, played with his 2 kids, Bo James, 1, and Ember Jean, 3, as they lovingly looked over a sonogram. Tori has not congratulated the soon-to-be mother of 3, even though other family members have already done so. Tori has had a long-running feud with Audrey due to their differences in lifestyles. Advertisement. Little People, Big World, the long-running TLC reality series, has captivated viewers for nearly 2 decades, chronicling the lives of the Roloff family on their Oregon farm. The show has delved into everything from farm maintenance to marriages, divorces, births, and heartbreak. Among the cast, Amy Roloff, the matriarch of the family, has remained a fan favorite thanks to her resilience, compassion, and unwavering commitment to her children. One of the most private members of the Roloff family, Molly Roloff, has been absent from the spotlight for many years. A bright and beloved daughter, Molly grew up in front of the cameras, but later chose life. While her brothers Zach, Jeremy, and Jacob have remained more visible in some capacity through social media, interviews, or family updates, Molly has embraced anonymity. Fans were recently surprised and delighted when Amy shared a rare photo featuring Molly, now 27 years old. The post, simple and warm, sparked waves of nostalgia and admiration from longtime viewers who remember Molly's gentle spirit and steady presence during her time on the show. The rare glimpse into Molly's current life left fans eager to know more about her life post-show and her enduring bond with her mother. This article explores Molly's journey from a bright-eyed little girl on television to a confident, accomplished woman living a private life. It also delves into Amy's perspective as a mother watching her daughter grow away from the limelight, how fans have responded to her rare appearances, and what Molly's quiet strength symbolizes in a family often caught in the whirlwind of fame. Molly Jo Roloff was born on September 17, 1993, and was the only daughter among 4 Roloff children. As the second youngest, Molly grew up in the midst of the Roloff farm's operations and the bustling activity of a family constantly surrounded by cameras. When the show began airing in 2006, Molly was just 12 years old. Even in her early appearances, Molly stood out for her intelligence, maturity, and often quiet demeanor compared to her more animated brothers. While the show spotlighted the challenges of growing up with dwarfism, a condition affecting Amy, Matt, and Zach, Molly, who is of average height, offered a different lens through which viewers could experience the family dynamic. She was known for her thoughtful insights, her academic achievements, and her supportive nature. Fans admired her natural wisdom, and many saw her as a grounding presence in a household that often faced emotional turbulence. Despite being filmed during formative years, Molly rarely seemed to seek attention. Unlike some reality TV children who become consumed by fame, Molly remained centered. She excelled in school, was actively involved in church youth groups, and built strong relationships with her family members. Her calm energy and easy laughter brought balance to the show's narrative. As she grew older, Molly became even more selective about her involvement in the show. Her appearances became increasingly rare, a sign of her evolving priorities. By the time she entered college, it became evident that Molly was on a path to forge her own identity, one that did not rely on television or public attention. After graduating from high school, Molly attended Whitworth University in Spokane, Washington, a Christian liberal arts college. Whitworth offered her an environment where she could focus on academics and build a life outside the pressures of reality TV. She majored in accounting and Spanish, demonstrating not just academic discipline but also cultural curiosity. Her choice to move to Washington and study far from her family's Oregon farm was telling. It indicated her desire to cultivate independence. At the same time, she remained close with her family, often visiting home for the holidays or special events. Molly made it clear without fanfare that she valued privacy and self-determination. Once she completed her degree, Molly pursued a professional career in accounting. She initially worked at Moss Adams LLP, a respected accounting firm, and eventually transitioned into a finance role at Nordstrom. These positions highlighted her competence and drive, and they also allowed her to establish a life of personal success without relying on the fame her family generated. Throughout these years, Molly maintained a very limited presence online. Her Instagram account was private, and she rarely, if ever, shared photos or life updates publicly. She did not participate in family-sponsored content or public interviews, and she steered clear of promotional activities tied to Little People, Big World. While some fans were disappointed that they no longer got to see Molly's life unfold on screen, many others respected her choice. In a world dominated by influencers and viral content, Molly's decision to live authentically and quietly set her apart. Amy Roloff has often spoken about the importance of each of her children, but her bond with Molly has always seemed particularly strong. Perhaps it was the shared experience of being the only women in a house full of boys, Or perhaps it was Molly's steadfast personality that complemented Amy's own emotional strength. Over the years, Amy has occasionally shared glimpses into her relationship with Molly through rare photos and heartfelt captions. Whether it was a birthday message, a Mother's Day tribute, or a holiday snapshot, Amy never failed to express just how proud she was of her daughter. These moments were not frequent, but they carried weight. They reminded fans that, even away from the camera, the Roloff family remained deeply. One of the most memorable moments came in 2017 when Molly married Joel Silvius. The wedding was a private affair held at the family farm, and though it was not extensively filmed for the show, a few pictures made their way to social media. Amy's joy during the celebration was palpable, and her embrace of Joel as a son-in-law underscored the warmth that defined their family bond. In the years since the wedding, Molly has continued to keep her personal life under wraps. She and Joel live in Spokane, Washington, and are rarely seen in public forums. Nevertheless, Amy has visited them on several occasions and spoken fondly of their time together. Amy's rare posts that include Molly often generate an outpouring of love from fans. People express admiration not only for Molly's grace and privacy, but also for the values Amy instilled in her children. Despite the spotlight, Molly emerged grounded, compassionate, and intelligent traits that reflect a mother's quiet influence. In June 2025, Amy Roloff shared a rare and candid photo featuring her daughter Molly during a quiet family outing. The two were visiting a vineyard with Amy's husband Marek, and the moment captured was nothing short of beautiful. Smiling beside her mother, Molly looked content, happy, and at peace. The image quickly went viral among Little People, Big World fans. For viewers who had watched Molly grow up on television, but had not seen her in years, the photo was like a reunion with a long-lost friend. The comments flooded, and "It's so good to see Molly again. She looks amazing, we miss her on the show, but we're so proud of the woman she's become." It wasn't just the photo itself that made an impact. It was what the photo represented: a connection that had endured, a family bond that time and distance hadn't weakened, and a glimpse into the life of a woman who had chosen authenticity over fame. Amy, in her caption, kept it simple. She expressed gratitude for spending time with her daughter and enjoying the beauty of the day. That simplicity, too, felt refreshing in a world often marked by oversharing. The post reminded fans that the Roloff family, despite the drama and divisions that had sometimes played out on television, still held space for love, reunion, and togetherness. Molly Roloff's life offers a counter-narrative to the common perception of reality TV families. She didn't capitalize on her fame. She didn't use her name to launch a brand or create an online persona. Instead, she quietly stepped away and built a life grounded in faith, purpose, and privacy. In doing so, she became something of an icon for those who value authenticity. In an age when many measure self-worth in likes and followers, Molly showed that peace, happiness, and success can be found away from public validation. Her reappearances, rare and genuine, always elicit waves of admiration, not just because people missed her, but because they respect the life she chose. In Molly's story, there's a lesson about boundaries, intentional living, and the courage to walk away from the noise. Amy Roloff's role in supporting her daughter's decision cannot be understated. As a mother, letting go of public expectations and allowing your child to make their own way, even when it means saying goodbye to shared screen time, takes strength and humility. Amy's pride in Molly shines through, and that pride resonates with mothers everywhere who want nothing more than to see their children happy on their own terms. Molly Roloff may no longer be a regular face on television, but her influence on fans and her family remains strong. She represents a path less traveled, one where dignity, privacy, and purpose come before popularity. Through rare photos and even rarer appearances, Molly continues to inspire admiration and curiosity. Amy Roloff's recent post was not just a photo, it was a quiet celebration of motherhood, legacy, and the enduring love between a mother and daughter. For fans of Little People, Big World, it was a heartfelt reminder that while some stories unfold on screen, the most meaningful ones often happen in private, told not in episodes, but in moments. As Molly continues her journey, away from fame, but never far from her family's heart, She remains a treasured part of the Roloff legacy, a gentle presence that reminds us all that sometimes the strongest voices